everybody. Drew Dosek here with Verified Investing. Today, we've got some pro chart videos to go over strictly on currency. And what a better day to do it with the dollar ripping higher off of the back of news from the great or stronger and upbeat non-farm payrolls. That was this entire week, basically. We had the ADP private sector coming in hot with a little bit more jobs that they did add throughout the course of the previous month. Then we had JOLTs data also hit the market earlier this week, saying that there was enough open jobs to go ahead and cover all of the people that are listed as unemployed right now. So the job market is hot, which is making the dollar go up, which is also making the 10-year yield go up. But particularly for this video, let's look at the currencies and see what this week's labor reports have done to currencies, all right? So first off, we've got the DXY. Now, this is the index for the U.S. dollar. And you can see here the U.S. dollar, previous to today's breakout session, pushing up by 0.59%. We were in bullish consolidation. Now, you can see also this DXY was mainly contained within an inclining parallel ever since this August 2025 date. You could see we briefly breached it, but then we fought our way back up, even tagged the top, came back down, fought to get back above this 50% area, the parallel. In doing so, created a bull flag, then got a bounce with a test candle right here and is starting to push up higher. So where does that mean the DXY can go? Well, we're going to be getting into resistance with all of this other previous price action, but the ultimate destination for this move is likely going to be at the top of this parallel, right at 100.747. All right. So that does imply more upside on the DXY, which likely will imply too a little bit more pressure on the Great Britain pound, with the British pound right here on the weekly time frame. You can see what I've derived here. We've had a nice move up on the weekly and really been chopping sideways ever since May of this year. And you can see it's just moving, or pardon me, May of 2025. This is on the weekly chart. It's mainly just been moving sideways, a little bit of ups, a little bit of downs. But right now, with the strength of the dollar near term, we see this as a big red candle here that took place May 11th. Since then, on the weekly time frame, we are putting in bearish consolidation. So that leaves us with the next level of support here at $1.32.6 right here on this inclining trend line. Now, this would be the third hit of this inclining trend line. If you want to be more aggressive, if you will, you could almost argue that we could be very close to breaking this trend line here at $1.33. That's because I connected this trend line with these low pivots, which actually strung through these low pivot points. So this could be the initial break point with the potential chance for support when price does get down here at around $1.32.6. Now, if this inclining trend line fails, we're coming down to $1.30 as the next level of support for the Great Britain pound. If we do start pushing up on the pound, we'll be looking at this longer term declining trend line as resistance right here, about $1.39 on that chart. Next up into the euro, also facing pressure with the rising dollar that we've displayed on the first chart. We're getting very close to this potential bounce and support area for the euro. That's going to be at $1.15.1. Now, if we do break this, guys, which can happen, you know, we were somewhat close with the retest here in March. Got a great bounce up, but now we're plunging down. So if this does pierce, we likely will catch support at the lows here from March 12th, which is at $1.14. And at that point, we likely are going to go back up and retest the trend line that was just broken. And then that will be resistance for further downside here with the next support at $1.11.2. So just be very mindful of how this breaks, if it breaks in the very near future, as we see prices approaching it very quickly too. Next up, we got the U.S. dollar over the Canadian dollar. This is also on the weekly time frame, folks, and see how we are pushing up pretty nicely today. That's because the U.S. dollar is in the numerator spot rather than the denominator on the bottom. So the dollar's getting stronger, making the price of this chart go straight up. So we're currently into near-term resistance. You could see this with these pivots back in January this year and this pivot in April and the end of March of this year. So this is a key level right here for this chart. If we can get above these pivots that have held down price now 3 consecutive times, then the next destination will be right here at $1.41.4. You should likely hit a lot of resistance there in that area, particularly if we rise straight up into that range. Lastly, we got the US dollar over the Japanese yen. And you can see here too, with the dollar strength, we are starting to push up, getting very close to the key resistance level here on this chart. It's at 160.86 cents. So we're only about 56 cents away from a major resistance level on the Japanese yen. Now, one thing I do want to caution you for if you're trying to short this play is that we put in a lot of consolidation here. You can see when this started. This was in March of this year, ended here on April. So we put in a full month and a half, roughly, of consolidation right underneath the support zone. Yes, we dipped down and now we're reattacking back, but this brings and raises a red flag of concern, as that could weaken and typically does weaken this level of resistance for a chance for price to go through. And if it does, we're then catching resistance at this pivot high. The pivot high is at 161.95, and I'll likely anticipate price to somewhat chop sideways for a little bit before potentially going higher. And as we scroll back out on this chart, you can see here we're up there near the highs, and in doing so, we are putting in a nice wedge pattern with an attempted wedge breakout to the top. So this will be neat to follow, see how far we get an extended move if and when we break above this, as then any sort of retrace to this declining trend line could be a buying opportunity for a returning momentum bounce. All right. That covers the charts, some of the major movers as far as currency. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name again is Drew Dosek here at Verified Investing. We'll have all these videos every single day right here on our homepage, free for you guys to view and get some insights from all of the pro traders here at Verified Investing. Thank you again for being here at our homepage. Until next video, guys, I'll see you guys right here on the charts. Take care, folks.